The unbelievable Valentine's Day. Surprise and twisted love picture of Valentine's Day. Rose petals, soft lights, and two unfamiliar people? Yes. The strange tales from Diddy's court hearing just grew even more odd. A woman named Jane, close to Diddy, spoke her truth. Her account of their shared time, especially a certain Valentine's night, flipped everything. It was a story of love, sadness, and surprising decisions that made everyone in the room freeze. Was she really in love? Or was she caught? Did Diddy truly grasp the price of their unusual connection? Or did he miss her quiet hurt? Prepare yourself, as the events that followed are so unbelievable, they seem straight from a dream. The courtroom explodes, trauma, and the cost of a body. The air in the court felt heavy. Diddy's lawyer, Tenny, tried to make Jane look bad. She asked Jane about another woman who got a fancy Chanel bag from Diddy. Jane's quick answer hit hard. "You didn't get a Chanel bag?" Tenny asked. Jane shot back, "I only got trauma." The whole room held its breath. Then Tenny asked about some odd Bega bag, trying to trick Jane, but Jane fired back, "I'm sure you have one." The people watching actually froze out loud. They whispered, "Oh no, she didn't." But Jane wasn't done. Tenny asked, "How much does it cost?" And Jane, with fire in her eyes, said something that silenced everyone. "How much does my body cost?" It was a strong, sad, and shocking instant. This was more than just simple answers. It was a plea, a show of deep hurt right there for all to see. This was no longer just a court case. It was a raw, emotional fight for a hidden truth. It showed everyone that Jane was ready to speak her mind no matter what. Caught on Diddy. The unseen, terms and conditions. But how did Jane reach a point where she felt her body cost something? She told the court a surprising secret. She was caught on Diddy from the very beginning. It was like a magnet pulled her in. Yet she said she didn't grasp all the small details of their strange bond. She called it the terms and conditions, similar to when you sign up for a new app and don't read all the tiny words. She just fell for him. Diddy, it seemed, was just as caught on her. Can you imagine a loving nickname being crack pipe? That's what Diddy called Jane. He said he was truly drawn to her like a bad habit he couldn't stop. It was a strange kind of love, filled with a deep, dark pull that felt both right and very wrong. This was more than just a man and woman. It was a tangled web of feelings and hidden rules that Jane slowly learned. She was deep in before she truly saw what she was getting into. A glimpse of normal. Amidst chaos, the tender moments. Even with all the strange and dark parts, Jane told the court about surprisingly normal, kind moments. After those wild hotel nights, which stood for dark gatherings with other people, Jane would do the sweetest things for Diddy. She'd give him foot rubs, she'd feed him, she even bathed him. It sounds like a scene from a soft movie, not a court hearing about a big music star. And listen, she said Diddy's top TV show was D-Nane, like designing women. Can you believe it? The tough Diddy watching a lighthearted show. They would drift off watching it together and Jane would call him her baby. While Jane spoke of these tender times, Diddy himself sat in court, smiling and nodding his head. He wasn't looking at the jury, because a judge already told him not to. But he clearly remembered those moments, perhaps even wishing for them again. It was an odd sight. A known man facing huge claims, yet smiling at memories of a secret, kind life with the woman who was now speaking against him. How could such sweet instance exist alongside accusations of forced actions? That was the core puzzle. The dream team and the defense's setup. The story grew even stranger when Jane spoke about a dream team. She said she, Diddy, and another man would pretend to be famous basketball players. Jane was Kobe, the other man was Shaq, and Diddy, naturally, was Jordan. It was an odd, playful game they shared. This was a detail from the first day, but on the next day, Diddy's team used it to try and trap her. If she was so forced into these encounters, why was she making up fun nicknames and saying positive things about them? Jane quickly made things clear, but her answer sent shivers. She said that if she had to do what I had to do, At least she picked someone with warm energy. She stated she was only doing these things because I'm adapting to my circumstances and under the pressure from my lover. It was a sad, truthful account. She wasn't happy about these hotel nights with other people, but she felt like she needed to do them. She was trying to make the best of a bad situation, believing it was the only way to keep Diddy's affection. So while she acted like she was fine, she felt trapped, caught between what she was asked to do and what she truly wished for. The misleading notes, unconditional love, and matching shorts. Diddy's lawyers brought out more big points on the second day. They showed surprising messages from Jane to Diddy. After one of those hotel nights in August 2022, Jane texted him, "That was so much fun, baby. My love for you is unconditional and for life." This message was a major help for Diddy's team. Made it look like Jane was having a great time, not being made to do anything. And it became even wilder. Jane said she even went shopping for matching shorts for them all to wear during one of these hotel nights. Can you believe it? Someone being forced into something but buying matching clothes for it. Diddy's team wanted the jury to see these things and think she wanted to be there. But Jane again had a heartbreaking answer. She said she was only doing what I had to. It was plain. She felt like she needed to act like she enjoyed these things, needed to show love, needed to buy matching shorts. She disliked the hotel nights, but felt she couldn't say no. Her outward actions, like loving messages and fun clothes, hid a deep, quiet sorrow and a feeling of being caught. The agony of can't say no, resentment and escape. Jane then told an even more painful truth. She confessed, "I resent him for knowing how much I loved him and how I couldn't say no to him." This was the heart of her hurt. She loved Diddy so much that she couldn't refuse him, even when she hated what he asked. She said he would always tell her, "Look, you just try." And to get through it, Jane admitted she would take ecstasy. Just consider that. She needed drugs simply to get through these nights. This painted a clear picture of strong pressure and control. The big question for the jury now stood, did Diddy know she felt this way? Did he know she was taking drugs? To cope, Diddy won't speak in court, so the jury won't hear his side. They have to guess what he understood, based on Jane's words and actions. This creates a big issue for the case. How can you show someone forced another person if that person kept saying, "I love you," and "this was fun," even if they were secretly hurting? This is where the whole charge of bad dealings becomes very tricky. The marathon hotel night and the public sting is. If things couldn't get more surprising, Jane spoke about the wildest hotel night of all. It wasn't just a few hours. It was a 3-day, 3-man marathon party. This happened over New Year's from 2022 into 2023. Can you even imagine 3 days of this wild setup with 3 different men? It sounded tiring and awful. But the hurt didn't stop there. Right after this tough 3-day event, Jane saw something that crushed her. Diddy was on vacation publicly on social media with another woman, a girlfriend named Gina. Cassie had spoken of Gina, too. Jane felt a sharp sting. Diddy was open about this other woman, sharing their vacation photos for everyone to see. But Jane was always hidden, always a secret. She never got that public love, that public display. This was a very sore point for her. She was doing all these extreme things for him, just to be his private love, while others got the public light. And this secret pain, this deep jealousy, led to her most desperate action. The ultimate bait, a Valentine's Day surprise of desperation. Heartbroken by Diddy's public vacation with Gina, Jane made a plan, a truly wild Valentine's Day surprise. She called it playing the hotel night card. She had never done this before. She used the very thing she disliked, the hotel nights, as bait to bring Diddy back. She sweetened the deal, promising him a special Valentine's Day gathering. And it worked. Diddy cut his vacation with Gina short and returned. Jane made the hotel room lovely with rose petals, making it seem very romantic. But instead of just Diddy, Jane did something unexpected. She hired 2 male entertainers herself. That's correct. It was Jane, Diddy, and two other men, all for Valentine's Day. This was a new low, a desperate act to get Diddy's notice, to make him choose her. She felt she had to keep doing more and more extreme things just to get any love or notice from him. She clearly wanted to be his true girlfriend, his public love. But Diddy had told her from the start he would have many girlfriends, so Jane felt stuck, caught in a loop of doing anything, no matter how bad, just to keep him near. Who won the day? And the jury's twisted choice. So after these 2 wild days of Jane's words in court, who seemed to come out on top? For now, it looks like Diddy's team had a major win. His lawyers did a good job showing that Jane, with her loving messages, matching shorts, and even hiring other men, appeared to be a willing participant. This makes it really hard to prove that Diddy knew he was forcing her. This is the main point of the serious charge. If Diddy believed she was willing, even if she wasn't, then the charge becomes very hard to prove. But there's a big twist. The jury might still feel deep sadness for Jane. They might dislike him so much that they believe she was forced, no matter what her texts or actions seem to say. They have to pick who to believe. Jane's words in court now, or her loving actions back then. It's a confusing, dark puzzle. Jane will be back with more questions coming her way. The truth is still being pulled apart piece by surprising piece, and everyone is watching to see what wild details, what hidden hurts, what desperate acts will be shown next in this tangled tale.